Okay, we're on to our single leg drop jumps. Just trying to be nice and quick off the floor. We've already done our plyometrics, our light to medium ones, which is just hops. Now we're on to these more high intense kind of ones. Obviously dropping from a bench onto the floor for hurdle is quite a high intensity exercise, especially the higher the bench gets. But we're still trying to be nice and quick off the floor, as quick as we can. And I think we've definitely progressed the last few weeks. Been doing this for a wee while now. We're just looking at methods now, trying to improve it, trying to change up the exercise, make it more difficult and make it just a little bit different. But we're happy with these right now. I'll show you what we're doing. Obviously, they're way easier with double leg. That's why it's quite good to do single leg as well. Makes it way more challenging. And like on a Monday, we always do like a single leg kind of plyometric day. So it's mostly hops and bounds, but mainly hops on this day because I think it's good to keep hops in the program at all times. There's such a big thing to do in the gym. It's one of the best ways to get athletic in the gym because obviously you don't have much room to sprint. Hopping is probably the second best thing you can do. You don't need that much space. I have like 5 meters of space here, and I'm managing to get all the reps that I need. So you don't need a lot of space for them, and they're one of the most athletic things you can do in the gym. It's just a great substitute for sprinting if you don't have the space to sprint much. And just like these, when you're dropping from a bench, you're obviously taking a lot of force through that one leg and trying to redirect that force over the hurdle. You're probably taking more force than you do when sprinting, or very similar amount of forces. So that's why, again, hopping is great. And that's why I do like single leg drop jumps are great as well, because as I said, you're probably handling more forces than you do when you're sprinting, and you're trying to be nice and quick. So it's kind of like sprinting in a way. Right, done with these, done with all our springy work. We're now going to go into a double leg jump session, just trying to get as high as we can with the hurdle, hopefully to improve that. And then we're going to go into our squats, single leg RDLs, and then that's us for the day. Might do a little bit of ground work if we have time. Okay, double leg jump session, just jumping over the hurdle. Going to increase the height every time we clear that jump, clear the hurdle twice, 2 times in a row. This is how Mondays normally go. We do some single leg plyometrics like hops or bounds, just to get a nice and springiness off the floor, be nice quick off the floor. Always like to do that to start with. You always want to start with your quick work first before you go on to your strength work and your slow work. Then we also like to do a jump session. It depends, like variations right now. We've just been doing hurdle jumps at the moment, just trying to jump as high as we can because our vertical jump is what we want to improve. So that's what we've been focusing on. Sometimes we do horizontal jumps instead of a vertical jump. But for the last few weeks, we've been focusing on that vertical jump because if you want to improve your jump height, you need to be jumping twice a week. You can't be doing it once. Like once is probably not enough, but we need to be some sort of jump session twice a week. So we normally just set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes, try and get as many quality jumps in as we can, and it seems to help a lot with my jump height, either distance or how high we jump. So that's what we've been doing these last few weeks, and every Monday that's what we do. Do the hops, jump session, then we go into our strength work. I think it's good to get the high intense strength work, the heavy bilateral strength work done at the start of the week, because by the end of the week you want to be, if you play sport, you want to be nice and fresh for your game day. So it's better to do heavy lifting at the start of the week rather than at the end of the week where you're going to be a bit fatigued for the game or whatever. And even if you're just someone who doesn't play a sport or anything, it's good to feel fresher for the weekend, and you can kind of not kill yourself on a Monday, but it feels good to start the Monday well, start the Monday heavy and get yourself going and moving. These feel good today, hopefully getting a PR today, we'll see. Haven't had the PB in a while so with these, but they feel good, so let's see. Right, we're going to go for a PB now. Normally we tire ourselves out a bit too much and do too much reps at a lower weight height, and then end up being fatigued when we do the PB, when we try to hit for a PB. So this time, just on a few reps at a decent height, and now we're going to go for a PB. We're going to give ourselves maybe 3 to 5 attempts, see how we're feeling, see if I actually feel like we're close. If you feel like we're getting closer or we manage it, we'll be delighted, because this is definitely a PB by a few centimeters. So let's just see how we get on. We're going to try our best here. Really annoying, so we actually made that over, just my bum hit it, but that felt really good, so we're quite confident here. We're definitely going to get it. I know we're going to get it. Let's go. I think just making your training fun is like quite an underrated way to get yourself consistent in the gym. Like I do this obviously for athletic performance. I want to be able to jump higher, but obviously, and also it's just for fun as well, because like this makes me want to come to the gym. Like trying to beat this hurdle jump, it's something I really want to do, and I want to improve it. And it drives that intent into the exercise. So like making your training fun is one of like the most underrated ways, because it makes me consistent, because it makes me want to come to the gym, because I want to beat this height, I want to be better. So just having something that's like quite a fun goal for yourself is so important. It'll make you want to come to the gym. It'll make you drive intent into your exercises. It'll make you drive intent into your sessions, and it'll make you way more consistent. Rather than coming to the gym and doing a program that you don't like, you hate, you're not going to get the same results. You're also not going to enjoy coming to the gym. You're not going to want to come to the gym, so you're not going to be consistent. So it ends up just being a waste of time. So if you want to be consistent in the gym, one of the best ways is to do something that you enjoy. Pick like an exercise you want to improve on. Like for me, it's jumping high, and so that's why I do it. Because not even just for athletic performance, obviously it helps with that. That's like one of the benefits too. But also it just keeps me consistent in the gym. Makes me want to come to the gym. Makes me want to train, because I want to beat this. So setting yourself a goal that you want to do, a fun goal, is massive, and it helps so much. Going to give it maybe like 1-2 more attempts, because we're so close, but we're just not getting there. I always seem to be hitting my back and my bum on the way down, which is frustrating, because we're managing to get the height with my legs. Just seems to be hitting it with my bum, but it is what it is. We'll do a few more, 2 more probably, see how we're getting on. Then we'll go a little bit lower height, get more reps in, and then go into our strength work. So close, we didn't get it. We did a longer run up for the last 2, and it seemed to make such a difference. So maybe next time we'll do longer run-ups when we're going for the higher jumps. Just we don't have that much space, so it's a bit annoying. Don't want to like take up the whole gym, but yeah. So next time we'll try it with longer run-up. We're just going to do a couple more at a lower height, and then we're going to go into our weights. Go over 70 kilo for these, not too bad. We've done it before. 6 reps. So I just burned my hammies. Been doing these recently with a lot of my clients, and I've noticed a lot of them have been getting back pain doing it, and a lot of them can't balance on that one leg, so they struggle with it. So what we've been doing, instead of not having a leg, like the back leg just flying in the air, and with me it's fine. Like I prefer this exercise. I think it works my hamstrings a lot more than the double leg ones, but I think with most of my clients, they haven't been noticing that. They've noticed the double leg RDLs have been better for their hamstrings and for their lower back. We get a lot of back pain doing it this way. I think that's just because they aren't as strong on one leg. They're not as stable in that one leg, and obviously it is quite a difficult exercise. You have to balance as well as working on strength, so it's a bit difficult. But if you have a good balance in your one leg, you could get this quite heavy and you should be fine. But one simple fix we did was just put a step behind them, put our leg on the step or on the box, and that seems to have helped a lot with their stability, and they felt it a little bit more in hamstrings, rather than just having that back leg flying in the air. Just putting it on the box or even a wall, just something to touch, seems to help a lot. Or even like a kickstand variation. I also like that variation. Instead of having that leg flailing, as I said, you can kind of have your foot on the floor but just further back, and try and keep the pressure off as much as you can. Try and focus on that pressure in the front leg, but that also helps because it's a little bit more stability when you're in that like kick stand kind of position like this and like that, and you're trying to keep on your toes basically with that leg, and just trying to keep as much pressure off that back leg as possible, focusing on the front leg. That seems to help as well with this exercise. But the way I like to do it, I prefer doing it the way I'm doing it. Put my leg in the air. I don't know why, it just seems to work for me. It doesn't hurt my back in the slightest, way less than what double leg RDLs do anyway. But that's probably a weight thing, because obviously this is as heavy as I would with double leg RDLs. But I'm not sure. And plus, I feel this a lot more in my hamstrings. That's why I like doing this exercise. But I think a lot of my clients weren't feeling their hamstrings as much, and it was hurting their back. So just that little fix seemed to help a lot. And especially the kickstand variation where their feet is on the floor, so at least got something to touch. It seems to make it a lot easier, and you feel your hamstrings a little bit more. But yeah, we've got one more set of these, and that's us for the day. It doesn't seem like a lot, only 2 strength exercises, a few plyos, and a little jump session, but it still takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to do. And if you're doing it at the right intensity, then it doesn't really matter about the volume, because most of the time it's the volume that kills your legs, the volume that makes you super tired and sore with DOMs. If you're working at a good intensity, you won't get as much DOMs, but you'll also get more gains probably, because you'll be feeling stronger. Rather than just doing junk volume, I like to call it, when you're just doing tons and tons of volume and intensity is really low, ends up not like improving you. You end up just doing junk volume, as I said, and it ends up not actually doing anything. It just makes you sore rather than actually helps you improve. So that's why this is the way I do it. I've noticed a massive difference. I've noticed a massive improvement in my overall strength and power output doing it this way. My legs feel a lot more fresh for like football training and games. And even if you didn't play a sport, I mean, even if you just want to look good and feel stronger, then this, I still think doing like minimum effective kind of dose kind of work is great. Like 45 minutes to an hour in the gym is perfect every day. Not every day, but as much when you go to the gym. It seems to work, just having a minimum effective dose, getting the stimulus, to pushing yourself to a good intensity, and then getting out the gym. You still get good hypertrophy gains, still get good strength gains, and you can work on an array of different physical qualities rather than just strength. You can work on your plyos, jumps, power work, rather than just doing strength work. Because obviously, to be a healthy, high performance athlete, or even just human being, you don't want to just do strength work. You want to do an array of different athletic kind of things too, like jumps and sprints. And I think minimum effective dose, because strength work isn't my main thing, just doing like 2 or 3 exercises per session seems to be enough for me, and it seems to get me what I need, gets me stronger, while also being able to improve my athletic stuff, performance too. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. That is us for today. So thank you for watching. Hope you've learned something, and I'll see you next time.